And here's part two. I got all the... By the way, if you use red cord or red anything around tomatoes and a lot of garden plants, it reflects a red light. And that's a wavelength that a lot of your produce or garden variety vegetables likes. They like red light. So red light. So what I did is I went ahead and watered everything down. I love that I can find seashells when I garden. That makes me happy. I got everything watered down because rototilling is, of course, dusty. So the garden hasn't been watered since last fall. I haven't really been out here. And there's nothing that I was too worried about. I got some alfalfa here and it'll build its own nodes and water supplies. And yeah, everything that should live lived. These are all disposable, but what these are is going to be seed plants for the garden for this year. And I like to keep these older, like this is radish. I like to keep this older, real lanky plant around because it's going to keep producing leaves for my salads for a long time. And then, of course, I keep some plants. Here's a carrot, and she's getting ready to put on some seeds. So, and of course, you know, this is how you start your garden next season, by keeping these seed heads. Here's some nice kale. So, yeah. And of course, what I'll do all winter is I'll come along and I'll just pluck from the bottom all the way up and keep plucking leaves. It's really good to add to the salads. So I'm getting there. I got this is interesting. This is a Oregon ground cherry. And it reminds me an awful lot of a tomatillo. And I'm going to trim it back, and some of these canes are dead, you know, because they're real hollow, kind of tubular. But some of these are not, so I'm going to trim it back and re-secure it. I have seeds to grow more for the season, but I'm going to see if this plant will just take off for me. It looks like it will. It kind of looks a lot like the pod does like a tomatillo. So these are tomatillas. Here's actually a tomatillo itself from last season. And so I'm probably going to rake those seeds all forward, and then to get less tomatillas and more tomatoes. But yeah. And there are seeds in the garden from last year's broccoli and some of those crops. And they'll just get tilled in and come up. I'll deal with them with mulch later. So the beds have dropped down about 4 inches from last season. I've got a big pile of mulch out front, but what I'll do is I'll take some of this cured chicken manure and we'll top dress it. I'm going to rototill everything, and then I'll top dress it, and then I'll rototill that in. I'm going to redo some braces this year, do them differently. A lot of changes are coming to the greenhouse, but this is step one. It's coming in here and getting it ready. The light in here is just lovely. It's nice diffused, no chilling winds because it's all sealed up. And I'm wearing a t-shirt. It's very comfortable to work in. So I'm happy that I worked on this and built it out last season. It's about, it's not quite 400 square feet. And it's designed to have a wheelbarrow down that aisleway in this one. And then the rest are narrower for just me to walk in. But it produced a lot of food for me last year, and it'll do more. Okay, I'll sign off right now. The rototiller works beautifully, just like when I tested it. And so now I've got to go around with a drill and move some wood brackets around. And some of these are too low to rototill under after